Hi there, welcome. My name is Prezazi. Just watching my video for the first time, it's great to have you here. Do well to subscribe. Just if this is another video you're watching, it's good to always have you. Do well to check more of my videos. Alright, I'll be talking about the struggle to find time for God in these very busy times. And I know many people have this struggle, and sincerely I used to have this struggle a very long time ago. And then thankfully I've been able to work my way out of it and been able to look for strategies to help me, because the first thing to overcoming anything, especially a spiritual struggle, is owning up and accepting the fact that you have that struggle. That's the first thing. That's the first way to overcoming the struggle. So I'm going to take you through I'm just going to give very quick and easy to apply tips on how you can overcome the struggle of making out time for God and building your spiritual life, especially in a time where we're very busy. Sincerely, we have very busy schedules, and there's nothing to feel bad about it, because many times you wake up, especially when you live in certain cities that are very I'll call them up and going cities. So you're up from 6. If you're in Nigeria, for example, you're living in Lagos, you're up from 6 or up from 5. You've hit the road, and then so you have to beat traffic and beat everything. All of these things have a way of impacting and affecting your spiritual life. So you start seeing that when you've woken up 4:30 trying to leave the house by 5, and you see that I can't even sit back to maybe do my morning devotion or spend time with God as I want to. That's a problem. And at the end of the day, start seeing your spiritual life struggling. Before you know, your spiritual life is almost inexistent. And sincerely, many times we are very sincere people. I want to grow. I want to build myself. I want to get better with God, but I don't have time. Okay, let me wait till the weekend. And then, sincerely, the weekend is just like 1 hour. But the moment you get home Friday, before you know it, it's Monday morning already. The weekend is just like 1 hour. And you start seeing that, when do I have the time? Then we start saying, okay, when I can go on my leave, I'll find my time to build my spiritual life. If the leave, when the leave eventually comes, it's here, it's still the same thing. I had this realization during COVID, and then many people will always say, I don't have time to build my life. If I can just take time out, if I can just stay at home for 3 weeks, for 4 weeks, for 1 month, I'll build myself. But then COVID came, and then people were stuck we were stuck for like 6, 7 months, almost a year. And you see that people still had the same problem. Many could not still build the spiritual life. And I'm talking from people I've related with. They couldn't still build the spiritual life. Why? It wasn't a time problem. It was a you problem. It was a me problem. And that's always the thing. It's always you. So you're the one that you may feel like, okay, 24 hours is not enough to even build my spiritual life. But sincerely, if you get 48 hours per day, you'll see that you may not still be able to build your spiritual life. So how can we take it from here to where you want it to? How can we do it? Now, I'll give you one very quick tip, and this is something that helped me. What did I do? I learned to build my spiritual life on the go. Get me? Build your spiritual life on the go. Now, this doesn't take out the place of, okay, still sitting back later to build yourself. No, I'll still get to that. But learn to build your life on the go. So what did I do? So I'm waking up in the morning and say, okay, let me quickly put this into context. So I used to live in Lagos, Nigeria, and then I stayed at a part of Lagos. I stayed at one end of Lagos, and I was working at another end of Lagos. So I'll wake up before 5 o'clock. I'll leave the house by 5:30, around 5:30, so that I could get to work. I was to resume by 9, so I'll get to work sometimes before 9. One day the traffic was so crazy, I got to work by 12 noon. I kid you not, I got to work by 12 noon. And then I close around 4. I get back home past 9 because of traffic. So you could see that even the moment I get home midnight, I say I want to do my devotion, I've slept off, trying to meet up for the next day. So you get what I'm saying? This is many people's realities, even worse, because some people get home past 1 a.m., past 2, and have to hit the road again for 5 a.m. Now, what did I learn to do? I learned to build my spiritual life on the go. And that's what I want you to do. Learn how to build your spiritual life on the go. How? Now, thankfully, technology has made it easy. So you wake up, have a sermon. I will just tell you what I did. I had the sermon always playing. I had, if I'm not listening to a sermon, I'm listening to. So I got audio Bible. I got. Thank God for you have Bibles on your phone. So as you're seated on the bus, you're scrolling. You're reading the Bible for today. You're reading. Okay, I'm starting with the book of Matthew. I'm starting today is Matthew 1, Matthew. So I read it on the go. On the go. I pray. My AirPod, my earpiece, whatever it is, I'm plugged in. I'm constantly listening. And what did I say? I said praying in tongues. So when I'm seated, I tell myself, from this point to this point, I'm going to pray in tongues. And sometimes I tell myself, okay, by the time I'm getting to this bus stop, I'm going to pray in tongues from here till I alight at this bus stop. And I start praying in tongues. I start praying in tongues. And thankfully, I say thankfully because many times there will be traffic on the way. I just keep praying in tongues. So the good thing is that when you're plugged in, so your mouth can be moving. So nobody thinks there's something wrong with you. So I keep speaking. By the time I just realized I've gone to my first bus stop I'm alighting at, I've spoken in tongues for 1 hour. Oh, really? Interesting. I keep going like that, and that's how I kept on doing it. And I saw I was able to build myself and stir myself up again. So now, as I said earlier on, this doesn't take out the time. So anytime I have time, there's still a place for you to sit down and take out time to meditate. There's still that place to do that. But when you're always on the go, build yourself. That's how you can stir that air around you. I get to the office where I'm doing my work, I'm plugged in, I'm listening to a sermon, I'm listening to a worship song is playing in my ear. It's not affecting my work, please. Let's not affect your work. But all I'm just doing is to create that air around me. That's that air. I create that right air, that right spirit around me. That's what I do. And that's the way you can build your spiritual life on the go. Build your don't sit back and wait for don't sit back and wait till you can sit down and have 2 hours to pray till you get back to that you're closer to pray. As important as that is, it may not be available now. So you have to make do with what you have. Start building your life from the go. What do you do? Number one, constantly play songs, constantly play sermons, constantly. You can get audio Bible. If you feel it's hard for you to sit back and be staring at your phone and reading your Bible, you can get audio Bible, be listening to it. There are podcasts you can listen to, there are videos you can listen to, there are 1,001 spiritual materials you can listen to keep yourself on the go. So while you're seated on the bus, on the train, on that flight, wherever you are, while you are seated and you're in transit, you can be building yourself. You can be building yourself. So do you struggle to build a spiritual life? You can apply this. You can apply this. So tell me in the comment section, have you tried this? And are there any other things you've tried to help you come out of that time when you found that it was hard for you to build your spiritual life? Tell me. All right. I'll talk to you in the next video. I celebrate you.